Alright, g'day folks, Ashley here with Ground Speed Gaming, and I've actually just jumped in the Cessna 172 over the, in the Moorabbin Airport area, and I just want to fly around the Melbourne area and just take a look at the scenery and see how the default scenery looks now, and so far it's looking pretty good. I had the Orbix scenery for 2020 for Melbourne, and they did a good job with that, and I just want to go take a look and see how the default scenery is now. This just takes a moment to load up. That's weird. Alright, let's just head over that way. That should be good there. Let's go back outside. We use backspace to go back outside. You see we've got Sandown coming up. The raceway track. And obviously the city of Melbourne. And off to the left you got Albert Park Lake. It's where they've got the Formula 1 racing. And I'm going by memory here. I think that's the Brighton Beach Pier over there. I think. And or maybe that was it there. I don't remember. I didn't actually fly around Melbourne that much. Most of my flying in Australia was done out of Parafield and out of Adelaide. So my flying, even though I'm from Melbourne, my flying in Australia is actually quite limited in the Melbourne area. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like Sandown. Looks pretty good. I think that's Sandown. Pretty sure it is. I actually want to see how my high schools turned out as well, and the War Shrine and things like that. Let's see. I'm going to have to go over this way a bit more. So that'll be the Botanical Gardens there. Wow, that's really weird that it takes a while to load it up. And it looks good, but I wasn't expecting. Bandwidth 2. Yes, thank you. Can't really do much about that right now. I would explain why we've got bits like this, so that's okay. That's all right. I visited that cemetery actually. I did some filming in there once. One of my videos. A few years back now. Let's see, there's the MCG. There's the soccer stadium. Obviously the Yarra River. I used to do rowing round about there. Used to go all the way to the island, which is, I think it's about here somewhere. I used to go around the island and row all the way back. It's part of high school. It was a good workout, but at the time you just, with all the high school stuff, commitments, you didn't have a lot of time to put into it. Right, there's the War Shrine there. And that would make my high school there. Yep, there's the Mem Hall. There's the quad. Wow, I haven't been anywhere. The science block, although they redid that now. That's the main football oval. That's the second one. There's actually underground storage under there. Used to be a bomb shelter back in World War II. Yeah, that's Melbourne Grammar. That's the Memorial Hall. We used to have meetings every week. Classrooms. And the Swadhurst. The boarding school was there. Where I used to go boarding school. But they knocked that building down. It was an old World War II US Army hospital, actually. And a lot of the guys thought it was haunted. I think it was too. It was kind of creepy walking around at night, especially in the basement. Albert Park Lake, you can see there. I think it looks really good, actually. Let's have a look at the city. Wow, that's really cool. Look at that AMP building. Yeah, that's so much better. Southern Cross Station with the warped roof. They haven't got the trains going, but that's all right. Wow, that's heaps better. I guess Orbix won't have to do this scenery again. No. Wow, that's so much better. Yeah, little bits here and there, but look at that overall though. it's Marvel Stadium or Etihad Stadium or whatever they call it now. I'd be willing to bet Disney would change the name of that. They won't pay for that anymore. They own the rights to Marvel. Ah, that's a lot better. You've got the Balti Bridge there, and you've got the Westgate Bridge looking like the Westgate Bridge, obviously the ports area. You got the big Ferris wheel, the Ferris wheel that doesn't work anymore, hasn't worked in years. I remember the year it broke, it was so hot, like all the metal warped and it just stopped working. There's another horse racing track here. It's Flemington. Caulfield's the other one. So we got Melbourne Cup goes here. Ah, the stadiums look really good. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So we've got Essendon Airport just off to our right there. So let's just go over there, do a quick fly over there. A little bit turbulent, it's all good. It's probably heading north will do it. Let's go back outside. Now, if anyone has seen the movie The Castle, I don't know where the house was. It's since been relocated. Someone bought it and they relocated it somewhere to New South Wales, I think. But it used to be right over there, in the corner over here somewhere. So I remember after I got my multi-engine instrument rating in Adelaide, back then you had to redo the instrument check ride every year to keep it current. And so I came back to Melbourne and I actually did my multi-engine renewal here in Duchess and had to taxi down to use runway, I think it's 26, and did the run-ups down here. And then I saw the house that was in the castle and it's somewhere around here. Coolaroo. But yeah, it was in Essendon. It was pretty cool. Yeah, there's the Amy billboard, double AMI, the insurance company. And the DSO shopping centre. Yeah, it's turned out pretty well. Wow. Yeah, this is a lot better. What's the wrong way? Yeah, wow, look at that. Oh, they got some choppers down there. Yep, there's the tower. That's kind of the right looking tower, actually. There's some default airports. You see the control there, it looks like something that belongs at JFK, but it's an uncontrolled airport or something like that. You're like, no. At the Point Cook Airport in 2020, when the default version, the tower that I saw, it looked like it belonged at JFK. All right, let's head over to Melbourne Airport. Just quickly turn over there. Obviously, as you can see, Essendon is very close to Melbourne Airport. In the early 70s, Essendon was the primary airport before they built Melbourne Airport. I wonder if it's put both towers there, the old one and the new one. Interesting. There's a lot of car park, a lot of cars in the car park there. Alright, the freeway's looking pretty good. Wow, yeah, look at that. They got the big cheese stick. Doesn't look like it. Or the whale's rib cage. Although that's further back towards the city. No, that's way back there. Alright, let's have a look at Melbourne, eh? Got Mount Macedon in the background over there. You can tell by the shape of the terrain. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of parking here. Let's see. When I was working at Melbourne Airport, we parked somewhere over here. And you have to catch the shuttle bus all the way around up to. They drop you off somewhere around here somewhere. Oh, traffic up there. All right, it's looking pretty good so far. And the control tower is somewhere over here. Where is it? There it is. They've only got one of them. Oh no, they've got 2 towers there, I think. Looks like it. Yep. And if you have a red ASIC card, you can actually drive around the perimeter road and actually go in, not to the tower, but to the Casa buildings. And they've got a good restaurant in there. So, but you have to have a red ASIC badge to get in there. I should go there often for lunch. Look at that. Zoom out of it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, it's default. You can tell by obviously that, but it's, you know, the default's improved for sure. Oh, what aircraft? Oh, conflict there. There you go. Yeah, so I worked at Melbourne Airport initially after Jetstar outsourced the flight dispatch department to a company overseas, and so I had to look for work, and initially got a job driving an escort vehicle, so you escort the construction workers and whatnot around the airport. So I was driving all around this perimeter road and whatnot, and it was around here. The perimeter road goes back here, it goes behind this runway. Saw the biggest snake cross that road one day. I kid you not, it was like 8 feet long. I stopped and this thing just slithered across the road because it was a hot summer's day. That's the biggest snake I've ever seen. So there's a lot of snakes out there. And we had to drive up here and then bring vehicles in from up here as well. So we pretty much drove all over the airport as the escort drivers. And years later I worked for AeroCare doing ramp stuff. That was alright, but I'd already done that in the US. So just look at the scenery around here. It's great. I imagine this is the Sunbury area. Probably Sunbury up here, I think. I'm not familiar with the western suburbs so much, since I grew up in the outer eastern suburbs of Melbourne. Speaking of which, let's head out that way now. I primarily grew up in the more like Lilydale area and the Wonga Park area, and also spent a bit of time in the inner eastern suburbs such as South Yarra. So they're the areas of Melbourne I'm most familiar with. And obviously Melbourne Airport as well. And the city. When I worked for Jetstar, they were located in the city at the time, on Burke Street. It's a little turbulent today. 20 degrees Celsius outside and relatively close to the ground, so yeah. Also, with this so far, I've found the takeoff was a bit better. Like the rotors weren't as overly sensitive like they are in Flight Sim 2020. So I was happy with that. I'm yet to try the 152 Aerobat. So I love flying that. It's in 2020, the WB Logistics 152. That's great. Really awesome to fly. So I'll go over Melbourne Airport again. I remember it was somewhere out here, somewhere in the grass. And they had different things all over the airport that would randomly go off just to scare bird life away. It was around here somewhere. It's like a dummy or something that would flip up at random times and make a weird noise, like a party horn or something. And it was just to scare wildlife away. And it was somewhere around here. And there's a house around here. That might be it there. They call her the pig lady because I think she's got a few pigs there. And she owns the land somewhere in this whole area, and they wanted to do a second runway. And until she sells the land, they can't build there. And I've heard they refer to her as the pig lady. I'm pretty sure that's the land she owns around there. Yeah, there's the tower. There's the second tower, the original tower. They don't quite. They're a bit bigger than that. But, yeah, for default, that's pretty good. The restaurant, I think, is that building there, I think. You just park around here somewhere and you just go in there. But you need the ASIC badge to get in the gate. Okay. Yeah, this looks really good. Definitely looks a lot better than 2020. As a roundabout. Don't get many of those in the US. You get some in like the DC area. There's some in Indiana, but Washington DC had a few roundabouts, but you don't really see them over here very much. Alright, so Warburton and Healesville's over there. I can just tell by the terrain, and that's Mount Dandenong. So Coldstream and Lilydale Airport's about there. So I need to turn left just a little bit. That should do it. Let's go back outside. And once again, there's Essendon Airport, just off to our right. And Qantas has a small training college across the road from there. I don't remember if it's down here or if it's up here, but I've just been having a cup of tea, and oh, it has got the big cheese stick. There it is. Oh boy, wow, they do have it. Yep, there it is. It's an ugly thing, and that's actually a kind of a, I call it the whale's rib cage, but it didn't quite turn out like it is. But yeah, they got the ugly artwork there. It's, I don't know why they like that stuff, but it looks pretty ugly. I just figured I'd head back towards the city before heading out to the eastern suburbs. And I actually wanted to try and see if I can find the Richmond train station, which is next to the Richmond football field, which should stand out. Obviously, we've got the MCG, so it's in that vicinity area. And let's see. I went to RMIT as well, and Swanson Street. My advanced diploma in advertising recently. That's Dome. They got the shot tower inside there. Go down to the train station there. It's obviously Flinders Street Station. St Paul's Cathedral under the wingtip there. And let's see, so we can find. There's the Richmond football field, so that's Richmond Station there. So let's follow that. Oh, come on. Let's follow the Lilydale line up to Lilydale, so we can see Ringwood and stuff like that. It's getting turbulent. So that's South Yarra there. Turn, come around. So that's the train line. Actually, that goes to Glen Waverly out that way. Actually, this is it. No. It's been a while. That's where we're going to go though. That'd be Box Hill. Or is that Shoppington? That might be Shoppington actually. I remember Box Hill stands out. When you go to Moorabbin, you get airborne and you head out northerly direction. Box Hill really stands out, so that might actually be Box Hill. And Shopping Town might be that one over there, yeah. So this is the Eastern Freeway. That couldn't. Surely that's not the police academy. I wouldn't stand it that much. It's hard to see in real life, even when you're up close to it. So this is the Eastern Freeway. Sure it is. It's been a while. Oh, I wonder if that's Chadstone. I'm pretty sure that's Chadstone Shopping Centre. Yeah, this kind of looks like a submarine, that building, yeah. Yep. Alright, so we're going to go a bit more to the left. I'm really surprised it has to reload this every time I come back to the flight deck. I think the scenery looks pretty good. Well, I lost the train line. I don't know where the train line is, but let's just keep heading over that. A bit more. Oh, I didn't have to load at that time. Excellent. So, just exploring Melbourne. I think the population of Melbourne is about 4 million people or something like that, but I mean it covers a physically large area, as you can see. It takes a while to drive from one side of town to the other. But the fact that they've got all these trees in the suburbs, that's actually quite realistic for Melbourne. And obviously they have a lot of parks everywhere as well. You don't have to walk too far before you get to a park, big or small. So when the weather's nice, people actually do go outdoors a lot. But when it's crappy weather, nope, they're all indoors. I don't know what this place is. Wow. The Glen. No. I don't think this is Glen Waverly. Yeah, now we're getting out closer where I grew up. Rural is kind of out this way, pretty much where the suburbs come to an end. Lilydale is the end of the train line for the Lilydale line. And it's out this way somewhere. I couldn't tell you exactly where I am right now, but I'll look for familiar landmarks, but I'm not seeing anything that's familiar. think we might be near Knox City. I'm not sure. That might be what that is. Knox City Shopping Centre, maybe. So this is Mount Dandenong, just off to the right, forward right. And there are TV antennas up there, but I thought they were going to put antennas and power lines in the 2024 version, but I haven't seen, I've seen a couple of poles, but like the regular power lines and TV antennas. Oh wait, there might be one. Is that one? We'll get closer, we'll see. But they got the distinctive TV antennas up there, as does Mount Lofty outside of Adelaide. And there used to be a VOR actually outside of Adelaide, Tailem Bend. That was the name of the VOR. And if you did a direct flight from Adelaide VOR to the Tailem Bend VOR, it took you right over the top of Mount Lofty, right where the TV towers were. And the old Tobago TB10, you couldn't outclimb it. You had to manoeuvre around those TV towers. Yeah, it looks like they may have depicted one antenna. And on the other side of that mountain there's the Sylvan Dam as well. It's a beautiful area, exploring all up here. Really nice windy roads and just beautiful fresh air, lots of mountain ash, tall trees. Love those trees. Alright, this should be the Lilydale area, I'm guessing. Oh, it's pretty... maybe it's Bayswater. It's a pretty built up area here. A lot of industrial. It'd be kind of Bayswater, Fenchurch Gully kind of area as well. I don't know what that is. Some sort of mine. There's a mine out near Lilydale, but I don't think it was that big. I think it was further away from the mountains too. But yeah, there's like a... No, there's a couple of antennas there. Yeah, that's about right. They're a bit more distinctive than that in real life, but you know, they're there. Okay. Alright, they're put there. Cool. Very good. There is a mine near Lilydale we used to drive past, but that is not it, because the road intersections are different, so I'm not sure what mine that one is. Huh. Oh, there we go. And there is a restaurant up there, Sky High Restaurant. It's either there or if it's over here. I forget which one. I think it's over here. And you know, you drive it there. It's got a nice view overlooking Melbourne. As you can see, you'd see all of Melbourne. I'll have to go to Mount Macedon to see if they've got the big cross up there. I doubt they've put that in there. But it's this massive cross that they had some old diggers build after World War II. Oh, I'd never flown this close to Mount Dandenong before, but it actually looks pretty cool, huh? It looks a lot better. The trees make a difference. But that's what it looks like. It really is this bushy in this region. Of course, this is also prone to bushfires in summer, this whole area, the mountainous area. So you got windy roads all through them. They're beautiful areas. See, there's Sylvan Dam over there. And so Healesville's over here, Warburton's further up, and Coldstream Airport is around here somewhere. I can tell by that mountain range because you kind of fly on the other side of it or near it for the pattern. And Lilydale Airport is about there somewhere. So Lilydale patterns, doesn't matter what runway you're using, north or south, your patterns are on that side. And Coldstream, the patterns or traffic, the circuits are on this side. Because they're pretty close together, they don't have circuits close to each other. They both purposely go in the opposite direction because they are close to each other. But wow, yeah, they've done a great job. This is good. We'll go past the mountain and then we'll go around the other side, over to Hillsville, back past Lilydale. Yeah, this is really impressive. It's good. I'll have to go down to Latrobe Valley as well. See what it's like down there. I spent a few years living in Latrobe Valley. I think I lived there about 4 years. That was a nice little area too, Traralgon and Morwell and all that. Not a lot of work out there, but still a nice little area. It's only 2 hours outside of Melbourne, so it's an easy drive down the Princes Highway. Yeah, I love all this. Like, you just got paddocks that are all just marks on them. It's great. This sort of stuff really adds to the scenery. Oh, they got the divided roads and everything. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, let's just a slight left turn. I did land at Coldstream Airport earlier today in the sim, but I think someone's going to have to build some scenery for that airport because it looks a little too elaborate for what it really is in real life. It's a lot smaller than what it looks with a default airport, and it's out of all the airports I've ever flown out of around the world, that is my favourite airport to fly out of. At least when it was a dirt strip, I loved it. I know it's got a sealed runway now, but it's probably still the most awesome airport ever. Great atmosphere too. It's very relaxing. It's just really chill. I loved it. This is an antenna up there. I didn't know that. And so Hillsville's somewhere around here. I imagine that's probably it there. I'm pretty sure Warburton is a bit further up that valley there. Of course, I think it was 2008 or 2009. They had massive fires all throughout this whole area, and also King Lake. I think that's up this way somewhere. Up that way, I think. Massive fires. A lot of people were killed in those. It was awful. But this is the Yarra Valley. So this is where a lot of the wine comes from. So I grew up in this region, and I'm not a wine drinker, even though I haven't grown up in the valley where wine is grown. Trying to do a flyby of Coldstream Airport. And I don't know if you can see it. I think the Maroondah Highway is somewhere up here. Where that tree line is, that might be it. I know with the procedures for departures to the north, they didn't want you to make a turn in the circuit or in the pattern until you crossed over the Maroondah Highway. I think because of the noise abatement, because the people that lived around here, they didn't want noisy airplanes flying over their house unless they're at a much higher altitude. But it's a beautiful area to fly. I love flying around here. It's been quite a while since I last flew here yet. That's it there. Nope, that's not it. Ah, there it is there. Yeah, there's definitely room for people to work on default airports and improve the scenery. That's for sure. Because I mean, they look good, but it's not quite how it really looks. The clubhouse looks a bit better than what they look like there. The windsock's in the correct direction, correct spot over there, and there are actually power lines somewhere along here. The major power lines, and I actually used to use them as a visual cue as to when to turn to base, because you just keep to one side of the power lines and then you come in and land here on that one there. But it is sealed now. It was dirt when I flew out of there, and I loved it. I used to fly the Tecnam P92 out of there. Great little aeroplane. Climb better than a Duchess, but cruise slower than anything else ever. And the Lilydale Airport right there. It's got 2 parallel grass strips right there. Once again, north-south runway. That's Mount Sugarloaf Reservoir. Such a beautiful area. If you ever get a chance to visit the Yarra Valley, I recommend it. And a bit further out, just a little bit further, is the Yarra Glen area. I think that's that's the road. It's like out here somewhere. Yarra Glen. Beautiful area too. Love it. Nice little community. Years ago, my plan to retire was to retire in Yarra Glen, but the population of Melbourne's expanded too much now, so it's actually need to be further out if you want quietness. It is still nice, but it's growing, so I have to look further out now. But that's a major visual reference point, the Mount Sugarloaf Reservoir, for people doing VFR procedures up to Kilmore Gap, which is, I think it's up that way somewhere. That's probably it there. And remain below the Class Charlie airspace, and that's one of the reporting points. You make a radio call heading northwest bound, I think it is. And you go up there and then around the other side of Mount Macedon and do a loop around the Class Charlie airspace. So, yeah. But, yeah, you get the winds from up north coming over these hills. It gets pretty turbulent up that way, so you've got to be careful of that, especially in summer. And this is the golf course owned by, it used to be St John of God, but they sold it and they built a golf course here. And I grew up in this area as well. Yeah, it was actually there. That's the driveway. And the 2 lakes. Yep. And the property was up to there and down to the river, into the Yarra. Yep. Spent a lot of time here as well. Yep. So when I was at boarding school, I was living here. It was too far to commute to work every day, to school every day. So there you go. Melbourne is beautiful. Look at that. It's such a large area. I don't think a lot of people realise how large an area Melbourne really is. The metropolitan area is massive. It's going to take a little bit getting used to using Flight Sim 2024. However, visually, I think it looks spectacular. It looks great. Yep, there's a few bugs. I mean, it's a minor one, but the one bug I did come across. Let's just go to 4.5, flight level change, do a climb, put power in, and I'll do nose up. When I press nose up, that actually should decrease. It actually increases. So at the moment, I've got to push nose down to decrease, but it's actually backwards. Because when you push the nose down, you're actually going to speed up. So the number should increase when I press nose down. So that's just a minor little bug that needs fixing, but that won't take much to fix that. That's the only bug within the autopilot system I've come across so far. Mind you, I haven't tested much of it, but Yeah, it's good. I'm happy with this. It's going to take me a little while to get used to it once again, obviously. And the key bindings are different. And I haven't programmed any keys yet, but overall, I'm happy with it. I think it's great. I think I'm still going to be using 2020 for sure, especially because I've got some aircraft on there that I actually enjoy flying that are not on here yet, such as the 152 with the autopilot, because it makes it easier to fly it. Because you don't want to do long legs without an autopilot. I'll do it in real life, but not in a sim. So, yeah, I think it's great. Over the top of the Sydney Music Mobile, right there. Yep. Don't want to get too slow. Obviously off to our right, we've got the shrine. Let's just get up a little bit higher. How's it look? It's actually pretty good. Oh, compass is in the way. Yeah, well, they actually hand-built that. And there's Melbourne Grammar. There's the clock tower. There's the oval, the science block. Yep. Whoa. There, that's the South Yarra Apartments. Right. Yep. On corner Domain Road there. All right. Yep. Well, it's more of South Yarra. Alright, up. Looks like St Kilda Road. I'd say it is with all the high-rise buildings and the wide road. Looks like it. Just go slightly right. School. There we go, we should have some good thumbnails now. And the RMIT was, I think it was this one here. Yep. We had our meeting up there on the roof. Awards. Awesome, and that's the Aboriginal building. Wow, yeah, the city of Melbourne is actually quite impressive in the sim. That's a lot higher standard than what it was in 2020. Orbix did a good job, but I think this is actually up there, or even maybe a bit beyond what Orbix did for 2020. Although they did add the trains. This hasn't got the trains in it, so there's still something for you to do there, Orbix. Wow. Yeah, this is really good. I'm happy with the sim. I really am. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.